Hello everyone. In previous lecture I explained about inline table value function, and in this lecture I will discuss about multi uh, valued function. So let's go to the topic, multi-statement table value function. So it contains multiple SQL statement enclosed in begin end block, and the return value is declared as a table variable and include all full structure of table to be returned. So in the inline table value function we don't need to use begin and end block, plus we don't need to define the structure of the table. And in that in inline table value function we can give only one SQL statement that will return some a table type. But in multi-statement table value function we have to give structure of the table, we have to define uh, what would be the return type like table variable, and then in this we can have multiple SQL statement. So let's see the practical example of and use of multi-statement table value function. So, yeah. So we have one table, student table. So in this table, let's see the data of the student table first. Select star from student. It got disconnected. Let me select database for this. Now let's execute the query. Yes. So in the student table, we have roll number, name, subject 1, 2, 3. So our task is to get the all existing column like roll number, name, all subject value like subject 1, 2, 3, as well as average number of these three subjects. So we can write this query: select star comma this from a student. Let's execute this query. Yeah, we can see we got all the result including. If we do star, then we don't need to give any existing column, that will fetch automatically. So if we run this query, we will get all the table including average. And if we need to see the data of particular name like Amit, Rahul or Aman, then we can write where clause. So here we can see, like if we given a condition like where name is equal to Amit, then we got the value only for Amit. So if we need to do this thing multiple time, like we need to write this query and we need to write average calculation logic, and we need to face data for different name at different time. So it's like executing this entire query every time. We can make one function, and that function will calculate all these things. After that, that function will return the value, that result that we get here. And whenever we need to get this result, instead of writing this query, we can directly call the function by passing this condition parameter. So let's see how can we achieve this through function. So here we are going to create one function, create function get average, because all data is already exist except average, so we will calculate average. Then name with varchar type, return will be marks. This is just a table name that we are going to return, and structure of table like name, subject 1, 2, 3 and average. Okay, now as begin, so to calculate average, uh, we we have declared this average variable, and then roll number, marks, and now we are going to insert this first name value. So after that we will calculate the average uh, of that particular roll number, and then we will update this marks table. So in this select statement, instead of passing this roll number, we can also pass the name also, name. But here we are not passing name, we are passing here roll number, because in a student table we can have repeated name, like in one class there can be multiple student have same name, but their roll number will be different. Okay, so let's create this function. Yeah, function is done. Now we want to see the name details of any of the particular name, like just want to see the result for Aman. So just pass the parameter Aman and see the result. So, complete invalid object name subject. Select a star from get address Aman. Getting some error, invalid object name subject. Where is the subject name? From okay, from subject, no, here should be, it should be student, sorry. Student, is it correct? student, let's copy everywhere. Now again we need to recreate this. So here let's give a different name. Okay, now let's call the function. Again the completion time is invalid object name subject. Where is the subject now? Student, student. Oh sorry, when I missed at this place. Okay, we can drop the function also, but like everything in detail, like how function work, and these things, how function work, how can we change the function, like all the details I will cover in SQL Server class. So this is just class for data analysis. So here I'm just covering basic SQL, not in detail, but in my SQL Server lecture I will cover everything. Yes, we can see we got the data for Aman. Same as we can pass for anyone like Amit also. So let's see, Aman. Yeah. So if we don't write this function, if we don't create this function, then we can go with this command also, with this query. But every time we need to write this query, whenever we need to write this query. But if we make a function and whenever we need to get this result, we can directly call the function. So this is all about user-defined function in SQL Server. So in the previous lecture I discussed about inline table value function, and in this already completed a multi-statement table value function. Now next will be predefined function. So that this one I will cover in next video. So there are a few points about this multi-statement table value function and inline table value function. So I just want to describe it here. Inline table value function return cannot contain the structure of table, but in multi-statement table value function return can contain the structure of table. So if we have seen my previous lecture and this lecture, then you can see the syntax. So in multi-statement value function I am defining the structure of table, but In inline table value function, I have not defined the structure of table. First one does not have begin end clause, means inline table value function. Uh, in inline table value function, we don't need to give a begin end clause, but in a multi-statement table value function, we need to just give a begin and end clause. And by using inline table value function, we can update the underlying table, means base table, but it's not possible in multi-value function. So these are the difference between inline table value function and multi-statement table value function. So you can see update function name set column is equal to this. So in inline table value function, if we update the function like function, then it will update the underlying table also. And next, this is small notes like internally SQL Server treats an inline table value function as a view and multi-statement function as a store procedure. So that's all about user-defined function. So in the next lecture, I will discuss about predefined function. Thank you.